I was betting against you being the bigger person.
I'm definitely not the bigger person. I'm not sensitive to women as a lot of people are. If you disrespect, when you bring that energy, you're gonna get that same energy back. So the problem is, if your energy level is disrespectful with mine, then we ain't disrespectful. We having a conversation and it just looks ugly.
But would you be willing to apologize to those that got hurt most?
Not at all. Respectfully, F you.
This was a very unsettling scene. Let's talk about it. Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Sami Sampi, and today we're going to talk about the Scott's brothers scenes in the latest episode of Love Marriage Hunstville. We see Marsau and Maurice, and they're talking to their big brother Mark. It was my first time really seeing Mark like that. I think I've seen another of their brother before, but I don't know if it was this one. Basically, they need to talk to him because the conclusion at the last episode was that they need to talk to their brother about the stuff that he's been saying about Miss Van. Miss Van being Melody's mother. If you remember, in the last year reunion, Miss Van was there.
You had a relationship with Marisa Marsau's brother.
No, we were friends. We spent time together.
And she basically denied that they are together. She said that they're just friends. Apparently, after that happened, Mark has been on social media posting a bunch of stuff. I'm going to be honest with y'all, I haven't been following Mark, so I'm not really sure what he said, but apparently one thing he did say was that yes, he has been in a relationship with Miss Van. So the brothers are coming to him. We've seen later in the episode, Marsau and Tisha are also going to talk to Miss Wanda about the stuff that she should talk about, they shouldn't talk about. Children being out of limit. Doing the right thing. Do I think that Miss Wanda is going to listen? I pray so, but I don't think so. So now they're talking with Mark, and it's so uncanny how I always thought that Maurice and Marsau don't really look like each other like that, but they both look like him. See Maurice and Marsau in Mark. That's really interesting. I love genetics. I love to see siblings that don't look like each other but look like the other siblings, and Mark is that for them. He is the big brother, and they ended up both looking like him in their own way. Now, Mr. Marks might be worse than his brother. Him talking about the situation with Miss Van was very unsettling to me. It gave me very immature, very emotional, but not necessarily in a good way. Miss Van basically denied that they had a relationship, but we knew, we can read it between the lines. She said they're friends, and of course Marsau and Maurice, they told her, well, friends don't do this, friends don't do that, and we can see that Mark is in the same vibe that they are.
You do not come to my house for my friendship. If you want to call that friendship, then I'm guilty of being a very good friend.
At first, they tell him that he needs to be careful about the stuff that he posts, that they don't really want him to hurt people and everything. And Mark is like, well, she's the one that started it and I'm just defending myself. And a part of me is like, I think Mark is hurt because Miss Van didn't claim him. That's what I think. I think he's hurt about that, and that is the reason that he has been saying what he has said on social media. I felt that as a gentleman, if you have an arrangement with somebody and y'all are not really in a relationship like that, why are you mad if she's saying that you're a friend? We could all read in between the lines. You didn't really need to come and say, oh yeah, we're together, etc., etc. But he really felt that need. And then when I was even more worried was when that really feel bad for women in distress like that. That doesn't do anything to him. And he even said he will never apologize to her, and he does not care to be the bigger person. Ooh, wow. This serious? A part of me feels like I want to be cognizant of his feelings, and men's hurt too. Men's can be sensitive too. There's nothing wrong about being sensitive. What I don't understand is that if Miss Van wasn't okay with saying that y'all are in a relationship, maybe it's because y'all never talked about being together before. Why did Miss Van wasn't comfortable saying that y'all are in a relationship? I don't understand. But if you were mad at her, why not just have a conversation with her? Like, out of social media. Because now you came into the show and you defended yourself per your word, and you say you don't want to apologize. All I want to say is that I want him to be there at the reunion. I want both Miss Vine and him to be there so that they can both have a talk, and I want to be watching. And says now, I guess Marsau and Maurice are like the best in their family. I think they have other siblings, like other brothers, but damn, that brother of his, he gives me, I'm gonna go tit for tat with you. If you're gonna do this, I'm gonna do this right back, and I do not care to be the biggest person. That is worrisome because this man is older than both brother. So he might be what? End of 40s, maybe beginning of 50s? How old do you think Mark is? And I feel like I would expect a lot more out of a grown woman. Once again, I have nothing with the man being sensitive, but why go on social media? You know? Well, he said it. He's a tit-for-tat type of person. And I mean, his brother ain't got no words. Like next to him, Marsau seems that like him actually makes sense. What y'all think? Like now, I feel like Marsau is looking good. And when I say looking good, like I'm not talking a physically way, but I'm talking about like the way he thinks. He might actually be okay. Like I always say, like I want to be with a man I can look up to. I want my man to be more mature than me. I want my man to be able to bring me back on the right side whenever I go on the wrong side. I want my man to be someone that I can look up to. I think that I realized for me to be able to have that level of respect for a man, I need that man to be up there so that I can really have that respect. You know, like if he sees me going too far, he sees me saying things that I shouldn't say, I want that man to not join me in that, and I want him to tell me, stop girl, you're going too far. And I do not know how a woman can respect a man like Mark, no offense, but the way he approached the situation with Miss Van was extremely insensitive, actually, immature. She didn't talk bad about him. All she said is that they're friends. I felt like maybe she just didn't want to say what was going on. It might not have been a way to reject him, but he took it that way, and he has the needs to do whatever he did on social media. What do y'all think, y'all? What did y'all think about Mark? Do you agree with him in his approach? Is he the type of man you would date? Let me all know in the comments. Watch the rest of the episode, and I'm gonna make it really quick. Melody, I think you need to stay out of like family business with Tisha's cousin and everything. Tisha's cousin explained what's going on with her being basically addicted to pills because she had an accident and she got into it. I felt bad for her. She's out of that now, and I guess that was the big elephant in the room. She felt betrayed by Marsau and Tisha by not protecting her, by at least keeping her stuff, you know, secret. What do I think of that? I'm not gonna lie, I understand why she's hurt, but at the same way, if your own family felt like you were not a safe person to be around, that is not something that you could just disregard. Let me all know what you think. Like real life, I know that there's someone in my house, my cousin, addicted to something that could potentially be dangerous, and there's children around and everything. Would I want them to be around my family like that? Let's just be real. I don't know. I just felt that I understand that she's hurt, but at the same time, did they really do wrong? I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't want someone that I believe have some type of dangerous addiction next to my family. I would want to be able to help you from a distance, but I wouldn't necessarily want you in my house. I'm just being honest, y'all. Destiny meeting with Tisha. I mean, Destiny still talk about Melody, and I'm tired of it. Move on, girl. Kimmy and Maurice talking about her businesses. Congratulations to Kimmy. She's definitely onto something, especially being the first black title company in an area that is like up and coming. That's great. That's an achievement. So congrats on that. We talk about the Miss Wanda situation real quick. I hope Miss Wanda is going to listen, because if she doesn't, I hope that she's going to be removed out of the show. That was it for me for Love Marriage Hunstville. For those of you that are new here, welcome, and I invite you to, you know. And for those of you that have been here with me, supporting me, thank you all for your support, and I'll see you soon. Bye.